Hello YouTube fam, how y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, the channel where I rant and I review. Man, I see a lot of collectors are like, man, I'm done fam, I'm done. I know I said this the last video, but it's just like a lot of us need emotional care animals and shit. It's like we're not willing to go that extra mile, like we're not willing to do stuff by ourselves. We need aid and assistance. And I'm not saying every collector, but it's so many out here that's just like, there's just so many collectors that are so unhappy and they're taking it out on so many other people, man. And this is just crazy, man. We shouldn't be taking anything out on anybody. It ain't nobody's fault what's going on with you collecting. It ain't nobody's fault trying to tell you what and what not to do, man. I can't tell anybody what to do and what not to do. I have no idea what you're going through, man. But if it's anything that I have went through, man, I'm gonna tell you, man. A lot of this stuff take time to get out of. You just can't get into something and think you just gonna get right out of it. If it took you a while to get in, it's gonna take you a while to get out. Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome wasn't destroyed in a day. They tell you it was destroyed in one day. That's not true. It wasn't destroyed in a day. But you know, people tell you shit over and over again, and if they say it enough, you'll believe it. And this is why I say you can't believe this nonsense, man. You know, I've been sitting here collecting for a while, man. And, you know, I go through times where I don't want to collect and I want to collect. And, you know, I get tired of certain things and I just don't want to do them anymore, man. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. That's called life. That's called having, you know, thoughts. You don't have to sit back and do every damn thing that you don't want to do. You don't have to sit back and listen to people go through their shit or tell you about their problems or, you know, their shortcomings, man. You know what? I look at it just like this, man. Life is short. You're going to do what you want to do. You're going to blame everybody or you're going to blame nobody. You're going to do what you're supposed to do. And what I'm trying to say is sometimes we need to just sit the hell down. We need to understand what we're calling people out on. You know, we saying we're calling people out on their nonsense. But are we calling them out on their nonsense, or we're just, you know, basically deflecting? You know, like we doing the bullshit and we putting it on somebody else, but you know, we don't want to be called on our bullshit. Dude, I be called on my own bullshit so much, I call myself out on my stuff, man. You know, am I a hypocrite? No. Shit, everybody say they gonna do some shit and not do it, man. You know, that's real. You ain't gonna do everything you said. I always keep my word, man. See, that's who I am. I said, man, shut up. Now, you had me for a second until you just sat there and just said, always. People don't always do a damn thing. That's life. Life is hard, man. Life is not as easy as people make it out to be, man. You're gonna do stuff. You're gonna do stuff that you didn't really want to do. That's how life works. Man, you might have to work 2 or 3 damn jobs just to make it. You didn't plan that, but that's just how life is. You know, you can have a degree in biochemistry. You can be a pharmacist. You can lose that job and have to do something else. That's life. You got to do what you got to do, man. At the end of the day, shit, life is about taking the next step, man. You know, like I said, some days, man, it's like having an emotional care animal, man. You know, like people sit there and try to crush on you, you know, like, you know, put their arm like you the crutch or something, you know, they can walk with you. No, carry your own self, carry your own load, man. Life is rough. It's not always going to be easy. It's going to be hard every now and then. You're going to be pissed. You're going to sit here and say, man, this is not what I want to do. You know, this is not where I see myself, man. Sometimes I can sit back and I don't see myself doing any of this. Sometimes I sit back and say, man, I don't even know if I want to do YouTube anymore, man. Some days you can hear a comment and just want to quit. Man, because some days you going through your own shit. Then you got to deal with other people talking shit. You know, and that's the thing that nobody understands. You know, you're not allowed to be human. But everybody else is allowed to be human. Just you're not allowed to be human. And man, that's not fair. I should be able to sit here and be able to discuss my problems with you like a sane person do. But yet instead, you know, I'm looked at like I'm supposed to be something totally different. And that's not fair. You know, we all want somebody to actually sit back and care about us and listen to us, man. You know, every now and then I just want to just be quiet, you know, and be to myself some days, man. And, you know, like I said, people will come sit with me and talk and, you know, tell you their whole damn life story. And you didn't ask. and you had this look on your face, but man, sometimes when it's meant for you to listen, you have to listen. Dude, life is not easy. People out here losing their job. People out here can't eat. But we sitting back complaining over toys, man. Complaining over who got a bigger collection and why we should hate them. Dude, I shouldn't hate any damn body. I'm not hating on you. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're winning. I'm happy that you see who you want to be. And that's my thing. I want people to be the best them that they can be. But yet instead, so many people talk shit and want to down you and put you down and tell you where you should be, man. You know what? I should be where I see myself. I see myself doing the next best thing, winning. Just like a lot of you all do. Man, like I say, I buy a lot of stuff, man. Buy myself shoes, clothes, cologne and stuff. Man, like I said, life is not always going to be easy. You're not going to always be able to buy what you want. Sometimes you got to settle for some toys and some clothes and some shoes. Sometimes you got to settle for some of this stuff. You're not going to always be in the place where you set out to be. This is why I say make sure you set the standards this high or as big as the room is you in, from the ceiling to the floor. So if you fall short, it's okay. If you set the parameters this big, if you fall short, it could be really bad. So you got to make sure you doing what's best for you, man. We sit here and, we criticize everybody else. Somebody was criticizing me for doing commentary and telling me, man, you wrong for that. We should be talking about this. We should be discussing that. Man, you know what? We got the news for that. Sometimes you need to talk about nonsense in order for things to get better. If we never discuss any damn thing, how would it get better? People told me I was wrong for talking about boycotting Hasbro when shit was bad and, talk to them about price gouging and all of these crazy whacked out prices, no box windows or anything like that. They talking about getting rid of all the plastic, Dude, I had every right for talking like that. People do not realize there's a problem until you say so. If you never exclaim that there's a problem, nobody will ever know there is a problem. And do you blame them? How do I supposed to fix something that I never knew it was a problem with? When people start talking about the Power Rangers and talking about the poor quality and, all of that, the poor quality control, hell, Hasbro didn't think it was a problem at first. Some of the head scopes was off. The details were horrible. And when you actually seen some of this stuff, you're like, man, they actually put this out. It lets you know that they don't care about the shit they putting out. They just dropping stuff out there and, we so happy to get it that we don't care. This is why I say right now, with the economy being the way it is, you should care about every damn thing that pops up. You should see, if you look at a video, you should see if there's any quality control issues when they showing it to you on those toy reviews. So you can look at it and be like, man, this is why I look at people when they do toy reviews. Why? Because I want to know. I know they ain't on swap heads off, see if you pull a head off, you take a hand off. I don't want to see you do all that. I don't want you to tear the toy up. But I do want to see the waist move and all that. I don't want to break the toy because these toys are expensive. And this is the stuff that I'm getting at. I want people to pay attention to what's really going on here, man. Overall, this is a big, big problem. And we need to fix all the things that we see wrong. This is why I say if you start fixing the problems one by one, fix all the issues you have with yourself first, you could fix any issue. It ain't your job to save everybody. It ain't your job to tear the world down either, but it ain't your job to save everybody. Man, you got to save yourself first. Because if y'all both drowning, you save yourself first. Because if a person cannot swim, to be honest, you would actually drown in the process by trying to help them. Just keep it real, fam. We out here doing what we supposed to do, and we're trying to win. Keep on winning. Keep on doing what you're supposed to do. Because look, at the end of the day, we gonna be who we gonna be. And we gonna either shine bright or we not. So let's just keep that in mind when we doing all the stuff that we supposed to do, man. Look, at the end of the day, I see greatness in all of y'all. But you gotta see it in yourself first. People can see all kind of stuff in you and see you winning, but you can't see yourself winning. So until you can see yourself in that position, man, you're going to keep going through some of the same trials and tribulations. You know, so I'm just telling everybody, man, do what you think is best for you. Don't worry about everybody else. Do what you think is best for you. But to later, fam, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.